think the title of this video is going to be, I don't know. I think that's what it's going to be because stuff is happening again. And I guess because I'm interested in the topic now with YouTube and all these videos, it's popping up more stuff for me, that kind of thing, watching more Portal to Ascension, and so it's pulling up similar items now. The one I just watched this morning, what is this, Friday morning, back here in the main town. It was called something along the lines of Rudolph Steiner Meeting the Guardians by a guy named Brian Scott. It looks like he has a website, I haven't gone there or anything, called The Reality Revolutions. I'll put a link below. I don't know anything about Brian Scott or this website. Rudolph Steiner, the only thing I know about Rudolph Steiner is in one of the, I think it was one of the experiencers, Toronto Experiencers group, hosted by Hildegard, that she or one of the participants mentioned that's a good book to read, is this book by Rudolph Steiner guy. I don't know anything about him. I just saw this video. And it was like, what? That is so freaky. That is just so freaky. Because I just did this last Strange Happening video, and the references I put down in that video, talking about songs on the radio, and I talked about that story time, annihilation avoided, dream, which didn't seem like a dream. It seemed very, very real. Well, that dream, story time, annihilation avoided, that dream, whatever it was, I don't know, it seemed more than a dream. It seemed very, very real to me. This is what this guy's talking about in this video, talking about Rudolph Steiner meeting the Guardians, is talking about this. And I'm like, that is so freaky. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so freaky that there are two types of guardians you meet, and it sounds like they're reflections of yourself. And even in that last video, I was talking about reflections on different things. And like these guardians are a reflection of yourself. First guardian is a minor guardian, and if you can get past that one, then you meet the main guardian, the major guardian, and which is terrifying to most people. In the Storytime Annihilation Avoided, I'll put links to these below also. I mentioned about this one that came in a little later. Taller, much more present, pretty battle scarred is the definition I used. I don't think I didn't put it in the video, that I stood right in front of this guardian, like face to face, very tall, was taller than me, and it was supposed to be terrifying, and that's the impression I was getting. That it was. I didn't realize that this might have been a reflection of myself. It felt like it was looking into me at every aspect of myself, that this being was looking into me at every aspect of me. And I mean, I was seeing like face half peeled off and all kind of terrifying stuff with this being in front of me. Pretty battle scarred. And the impression I got was that it was supposed to be terrifying almost. And I wasn't terrified. I had no fear. There was no fear at all. I just stood looking at him. And it was almost like when you look at a person, you don't look at the physical qualities of a person. You look at the soul of a person. You look at the character of a person, who they really are, not the outward impressions, but who they really are. And that's what I was doing with this being, is seeing the being for what this being truly is, and not this outward stuff. And then I was allowed to continue with this meeting, or move into this meeting. Later on, I put in that next video, and I must have passed the test. Songs on the radio, I think it was 115. I think that Strange Happening Annihilation Avoided was Strange Happening 114. The next one's 115, Songs on the Radio. And I mentioned that the last song that came on the radio was called Guardians at the Gate. And it's like, is that what I am? Some type of guardian? Well, apparently this is a reflection of yourself, this being, and they call it Guardians at the Threshold. They didn't use the term gate in this video, but threshold. Maybe they did use gate, but Guardians at the Gate. And apparently this is some kind of esoteric thing that people on these spiritual paths might get to eventually. It sounds like most of the time people are scared of that one being, and they immediately come back here. I don't know. I I don't know. The title of this video, I don't know. That's what this video was all about, was meeting these two guardians. And then that final guardian, I'm like, wow, I think it was just a kind of a, I don't know if that was a, God, if that was a reflection of myself. Wow. Because that being was very much present, very much older. If that's a reflection of me, I'm not that old. Because that being was pretty old. Went through a lot, had gone through a lot, had gone through a lot. And I don't remember any past lives or anything like that. But that being had gone through a lot. Is that a reflection of myself? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. And in that later video, I mentioned I think I passed the test. And I said that, it felt much more like a dream, and I think I passed the test. And apparently this is a kind of esoteric kind of a test thing. And I even have it on video here. And I didn't know anything about Rudolf Steiner. I don't still know anything about Rudolf Steiner or Brian Scott for this video or anything about that. It's the first time I've heard of it. And here it is. I'm putting, once again, backward learning, I don't know, having this dream, which didn't seem like a dream, and then this other stuff happening, these songs on the radio, and now this video comes up that I just see this morning, sitting here, having my tea Friday morning, before getting ready to do errands later when stores open, because it's still early, just waiting for all the stores to open. I don't know. How funny. How very funny. Things are moving so fast. It feels like things are moving so fast. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, one more thing. Last night there was a Zoom webinar, Zoom meeting last night. Had a couple of speakers on there talking about the masculine and the feminine, bringing the two together, recognizing, like me being a male, recognize the feminine part of myself, and for females, recognizing the male part of themselves, and twin flames, that kind of thing. And I actually drew a picture where they started talking about this. I put it on WhatsApp and sent it to my mentor, Phil. It's like, Phil, I got that funny impression. Look what I drew. I drew this. I don't know why I got this symbol, but it's like a symbol, like this weird H-looking thing with a line through it, a circle on top, and a line down like that. I'm like, I don't know what that is. That's what was going through my head. Anyway, I don't know.